I will say that there's like a really cool Easter egg for Daughters of the Dragon fans.
We're talking Iron Fist Season 2. So the first question, I gotta get this out of the way because the fans wanna know. What is different? What is what you want fans to know about this season?
I can just start by saying I wasn't there for the first season, so for me, I don't know. I mean, I want them to know that there's a little bit. What I brought is a little different, but it's an evolution. So a lot of the stuff that people love, these characters that everyone really sort of connected to, are there, and those relationships. But we evolve them in interesting ways. I think there's really, really awesome action, and I think we showed that in our panel. I'm really excited for everyone else to see it, and also the show is sort of on the streets of New York now. Yes. We really brought it out into the city, and I'm from New York. I grew up in New York, and that mixed in with my love of comic books and Iron Fist, the character, and that whole world, and the Daughters of the Dragon, and we tried to make this show a really in the world of New York, and bringing these characters into their lives and into the streets. And so I think that's a little bit of a sea change, I think, in the right way, because it just focuses more on these people, who they are, and their relationship.
Now, last season was like about the hand. And this season we have Typhoid Mary now, and we have a few other baddies, I don't want to give it away, a few other things that we're dealing with. What is that like? What is it felt like the enemy was over there before, now it's around us and home and here. What was that adjustment like?
It was really interesting. So Devos, played by Sacha Dhawan, is one of the other antagonists.
Yeah.
And
he still thinks he should have gotten.
Yes, and it's really interesting because we go back into the mythology of back in Kunlun, and we see why there is that tension between the two brothers, and they are brothers. You know, they care for each other, they love each other, they've grown up with each other, they've trained with each other, and it's been really interesting bringing it back down to these character relationships and allowing that to be the thread through the story.
Now, Finn, your character has grown. Is his character coming of age more?
For sure. I mean, Dany was the youngest of all the defenders, and so naturally there's always just going to be a progression of evolution and growth in the character, and that's what we've seen throughout these shows. I think what we saw in Luke Cage is like Dany is now, he's taken on the mantle of a vigilante protecting downtown, and so he's got this renewed purpose, and he's definitely a lot more confident in himself. And he has a mission now, and he knows what he needs to do, and it's great taking that character on that journey and growing him, and you're totally going to see more growth and development in the character because that's just who he is. Dany's just constantly in a state of growth and evolution.
With Colleen, I think it's more about identity this season and how she identifies herself. Are you identified by the actions you do, the morals that you keep, the person that you're with? I think she's finding herself. After you've lost everything, you have to build yourself back up again.
And I gotta ask you, because I asked this of Simone, when are we getting Daughters of the Dragon?
Well, I definitely think you get to see the building blocks here in this season, and seeing.
Because it was a little bit introduced in Luke Cage, and I'm like, please continue, please keep doing this.
It was a lot of fun, wasn't it?
Yes, and all of the Netflix shows, like y'all just need a fight scene in every show.
I will say that there's like a really cool Easter egg for Daughters of the Dragon fans. It's visual. The fans will find it when they find it. But towards the end, there's a really nice moment.
Wonderful. I gotta ask everyone, what's it like seeing yourselves in the Marvel Wiki? Like when people look up like Iron Fist, they see your face, and they look up Colleen, we see your face. Now that's just a.
It's fun. You know what's stranger? Being on the Wikipedia for feet. And
is this why you've got no shoes on?
No.
You're trying to get more of those wiki hits.
No, it's because I'm getting a blister from the pair of shoes that I was wearing. But yeah, Finn and I both.
You guys have Uggs. You got to take the Uggs from the set.
I've got my flats there. But yeah, Finn and I both have feet Wikipedia.
I do?
Yeah, you do, because you're barefoot so much in season 1, of course.
Yeah, and in Game of Thrones I was barefoot as well.
Oh
I set myself up for it.
I know.
So all of you have to go to Wikipedia.
Wikipedia.
That's what we're doing. Hashtag Wikipedia.
I'm into it.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.